Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, spectators, viewers, and students. What an exciting 3 days it has been with marathon sessions of stimulating views and presentations. We've had some extremely eminent guests on the panel. There have been veterans, serving officers, actors, critics, union and state ministers, and all of them have brought fresh viewpoints to the forum.
We've had 4 episodes of Children's Samvad, where the children and the youth were motivated via audio visuals of decorated war heroes, thus passing off the baton of bravery and courage to the future generations. We've had 2 episodes of Make in India virtual exhibitions of military equipment. Here we talked of the military equipment used in mountains, deserts, and plains. We've had 6 clarion call episodes called Josh or Jazba, showcasing the feats of valor and bravery of the Indian soldier. Book discussions on scintillating, controversial, intriguing subjects were also held.
There were 13 panel discussions spanning from domestic military affairs to global geostrategic military thoughts and reminiscing history and examining future possibilities of India's position at the global level. With such a worldwide virtual beaming of the Military Literature Festival, the chairman of the Military Literature Festival, Lieutenant General T.S. Shergill, PVSM, thought it would be appropriate to release an e-book. The e-book is titled LADAKH 2020.
LADAKH 2020 is an e-book that has been produced and prepared for release during the Military Literature Festival 2020, MLF 2020. The e-book is a valuable collection of selected published articles and is an excellent compilation for any student of geopolitics, strategy, and political science. The idea of compiling a book of articles with a focus on the India-China standoff at the LAC was mooted in July 2020 by the chairman of the MLF, Lieutenant General T.S. Shergill. The initial work began with an initiative to get various authors to write specific articles dealing with the strategy, operational thinking, and various military and geopolitical facets of the then ongoing and developing imbroglio. As the standoff continued and developments speeded on, the idea morphed into one of compiling a plethora of writings on the subject by various authors, both veterans and journalists. A large number of articles have been penned by veterans who have served in Ladakh and who have had the hands-on experience of this high-altitude desert battlefield.
50 such articles have been selected for the book based on their coverage of various facets such as historical background, intelligence operations, operational inferences, operational logistics, lessons learned, and recommendations for the way forward. Interestingly, the publisher is also a veteran and the CEO of Indian Military Review, Major General Ravi Arora. The significance and strategic importance of the area is one of the primary reasons that this compilation is a must-read for all students of strategy and operational art. The book can be read as a flip book or on the MLF website. I would now request the chairman of the Military Literature Festival Association, Lieutenant General T.S. Shergill, PVSM, to kindly invite the Honorable Finance Minister, Shri Manpreet Singh Badal, to release the book. I hand you over to the chairman of the Military Literature Festival, Lieutenant General T.S. Shergill, PVSM, for releasing the book and giving his closing address.
Honorable Finance Minister, Manpreet Singh Badal, I will be asking you to release this e-book, which is of Ladakh. And the important factor is that it's been written by ex-servicemen, by servicemen, and those who have actually been in those areas. It's not journalese, it's facts. And whether it's about the failure of intelligence, or it's about the size of the opposing forces and the difficulties of logistics in that era, we put this together really as a salute to our historians, our own journalists, for putting their expressions together to make this book. I'm quite sure that various students of military history, and particularly what's taken place in our northern frontiers, will find this book very useful. And this is what it looks like. And although I can't hand it to you directly, but what I'll do is I'll symbolically remove the ribbon, and then you can give your comments, your closing address, and close this fourth Military Literature Festival, which has been a virtual festival, and not really the wonderful carnival atmosphere that we had in the previous three.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Can we take this off? It's always a problem. Well, there it is.
Thank you, sir. Lovely.
Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Lieutenant General T.S. Shergill, my sincere compliments once again for having very successfully conducted the fourth edition of the Military Literature Festival. And you made us proud. I was listening to some of the sessions which took place over the last 3 days. And I'm reminded of a beautiful quote by the famous, the general of the American Army, George S. Patton, where he says, the soldier is the army, and no army is better than its soldiers. The soldier is also a citizen. In fact, the highest obligation and privilege of a citizenship is that of bearing arms for one's country. I think when we started this festival 4 years back, and the government of Punjab, why we were interested in joining this military literature and sponsoring it and actually taking a lead role in it. One, because we have a former soldier in the form of our Chief Minister, Captain Amarinder Singh Ji, who's heading our government. But also, we felt that, there is this great tradition in Punjab, which I thought was being diluted by young children not getting motivated to join the military. And so I think over the last 4 years, we have created enough buzz around Punjab. And in the last, in fact, the 3 batches of the Indian Military Academy, the Sword of Honor has been won by a cadet from Punjab. So I think all this is contributing to young people from the state, coming up and taking up the profession of their fathers and forefathers. I think we owe a debt of gratitude to you, General Saab, and to the Indian Army as a whole for the services which you have rendered to this country. And as somebody said, once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. And that is the message that I would like to leave for the young children of Punjab and the future of India, that in the quest to grow individually, may they shine and make India proud of them and protect our nation from adversaries. Jansab, thank you very much for having successfully conducted this literature festival. We hope that next year we can actually go in for a physical one, because I miss buying the military history books from the stalls. I miss seeing all those old military vehicles. And I actually miss meeting our veterans. And hopefully the values which you lived by, I hope we can inculcate those values in our next generation and the generations yet to come. So thank you all very much. And not only to you, General Saab, but also your entire team. They have worked, in the sense day and night to make this a success. Once again, thank you on behalf of the people of Punjab and on behalf of the government of Punjab. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you very much. it is now left to me to bring the curtain down on these at least 10 days since we started this festival. We started as a salute to the fallen on the 7th of December by holding a wreath laying at the Chandigarh Memorial, War Memorial, on Armed Forces Flag Day, and progressed slowly, bringing out various interesting programs for the children so that what they'd missed in the carnival atmosphere in previous years, they would at least get to see on the screen. I cannot possibly thank enough our Honorable Raksha Mantri, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, who graced the occasion, coming from a long line of forebears who have wielded the sword. I know that his heart and his head is with the armed forces and with the ex-servicemen who he has the opportunity to look after. And of course, the security of India. I don't think such a festival, which is unique in its own way, could have been held without the vision, support, and guidance of His Excellency Shri VPS Badnaur, the Governor of Punjab. And with him, our own national and international historian, military historian, Captain Amrinder Singh, Honorable Chief Minister of Punjab. And wherever these two luminaries have been, there has been the full support of the headquarters Western Command, and this time as commanded by Lieutenant General R.P. Singh. I'm thankful to all of these very high personalities for allowing us to conduct this festival. It was not easy because the pandemic was on, and we were hoping against hope that it would clamp down and we'd be able to hold it as we had done last year. We waited till the last moment and then decided, all right, we have to do it virtually. We can't escape from that. And I had a word with His Excellency, the Governor, and I told him, I said, well, things are not looking good, but we can't give up. Punjab doesn't give up. So maybe we should go virtual and perhaps do it later. Let's do it next year so that we can combine both years for this festival. He said, no, the people of Chandigarh, this huge melting pot of the armed forces, and the people of Punjab and the people of Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, they are used to this festival in December, and so let's do it in December. I took it up to the Chief Minister, again hoping that he might say that we'll do it next year. But he too said, no, we'll do it in December. So there we were. And I must tell you, this festival draws its support from the government of Punjab, from the administration of the Union Territory of Chandigarh, and headquarters Western Command. But the people who put it together are ex-servicemen, families of ex-servicemen, and they're all volunteers. There's no key of any of the governments whether the UT or Punjab, that suddenly unlocks this festival. It is thanks to the dedication of these volunteers who give up their time without money, without transport, and spending time away from their families and moving in a COVID virus atmosphere. And they decided it's they who have put up this festival. And I salute each and every one of them, women, children, and of course, my dear friends, my colleagues, the men, the officers who have put their shoulders together and brought this all to you. I do hope you've enjoyed the festival. There are some ups, there are some lows, but all in all, we've enjoyed bringing it to you. Next year, come October, we are looking forward to staging this again. And in our previous avatar of the carnival, as somebody said it to me in Punjabi, he said, General Saab, ਇਹ ਸਿਰਫ literary festival नहीं हैगा, ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਲਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ. And yes, that's for the children. And we will do it next year, perhaps in October. And we'll let you know that the festival is on. Thank you all. God bless. Thank you for viewing us. And good night.